कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन गजनंदन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन गजनंदन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन यमुना जय राधा माधव गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा यशोदानंदन भजनंदन यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की सुरेंद्र श्रीमद् भागवतम की Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. Canto 1, Chapter 19, Sloka 32. Canto 1, Chapter 19, Sloka number 32. Pariksit Uvacha Aho Adya Vayam Brahman Satsevaya Kshatra Bandhava Kripaya Atiti Rupena Bhavadish Tirtakha Krita Pariksit Uvacha Aho Adhya Vayam Brahman Satsevaya Kshatra Bandhava Kripaya Atiti Rupena Bhavadisthitaka Kritaha Pariksit Uvacha Aho Adya Vayam Brahman Satsevaya Kshatra Bandhava Kripaya Atiti Rupena Bhavadisthitaka Kritaha
Pariksit Uvacha Aho Adya Vayam Brahman Satseva Kshatra Bandhava Kripayatiti Rupena Bhavadis Tirthaka Krita Pariksit Uvacha
Aho Adya Vayam Brahman Satsevaya Kshatra Bandhava Kripayatiti Rupena Bandhavistritakaha Kritaha
Mataji.
Pariksit Uvacha Aho Adya Vayam Brahman Satsevaya Kshatra Bandhava Kripayatiti Rupena Bhavadisthitaka
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Pariksit Uvacha, the fortunate Maharaj Pariksit said, Aho, Aha, Adhya, today, Vayam, we, Brahmana, O Brahmana, Sat Sevaya, eligible to serve the devotee, Kshatra, the ruling class, Bandhava, friends, Kripaya, by your mercy, Atiti Rupena, in the manner of a guest, Bhavadihi, by your good self, Tirthakaha, qualification for being places of pilgrimage, Kritaha, done by you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Translation. The fortunate King Pariksit said, O Brahmana, by your mercy only you have sanctified us, making us like unto the places of pilgrimage, all by your presence here as my guest. By your mercy, we who are but unworthy royalty became eligible to serve the devotee. Purport. Saintly devotees like a Sukadeva Goswami generally do not approach worldly enjoyers, especially those in the royal orders. Maharaj Prataparudra was a follower of the Lord Chaitanya, but when he wanted to see the Lord refused to see him because he was a king. For a devotee whose desire to go back to Godhead, two things are strictly prohibited: worldly enjoyers and women. Therefore, devotees of the standard of Sukadeva Goswami are never interested in seeing kings. Maharaj Pariksit was, of course, a different case. He was a great devotee, although a king. And therefore, Sukadeva Goswami came to see him in his last stage of life. Maharaj Pariksit, out of his devotional humility, felt himself an unworthy descendant of his great Kshatriya forefathers, although he was a great as his predecessors. The unworthy sons of the royal order are called Kshatra Bandhavas, as the unworthy sons of the Brahmanas are called Vija Bandhus or Brahma Bandhus. Maharaj Pariksit was greatly encouraged by the presence of Sukadeva Goswami. He felt himself sanctified by the presence of the great saint, whose presence turns any place into a place of pilgrimage. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Om Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padhan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitancha Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Bhatta Kanchana Gauragi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshadarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, this sloka discusses about a few topics, mainly association. So, this association is a very, very important. What kind of association you take, same person you will become. So, many times before I come to Krishna consciousness, school days, we used to imitate our teachers. Someone we like, some teacher, maybe whatever the style they speak, whatever the style they walk, we also try to do the same thing. That's why it's a very, very important. That's why Prabhupada writes in the Bhagavatam, these are the natural leaders of the society. Teachers, parents, politicians. So they are natural leaders. By seeing them, everybody, somehow or other, major mass following happens. That's why these people should be properly cultured. So Prabhupada also suggested those days these MLAs, MPs should be second initiated devotees. This is the letter he wrote. Second initiated devotees should be MLAs and MPs, not like people who are behind the money and sense gratification. So person behind sense gratification, if he becomes a leader, what he will do? He will engage us also in sense gratification. In those days, kings used to order, today Ekadasi, nobody should cook in the home. This was the orders was given. Nowadays what our leaders are saying? PO, KAVO, whatever you want, you do it, just vote for me. So even I will help you. No? There are many varieties of offers are available now. You no need to go anywhere. You no need to work. Just be in your home. 5 years once you vote for me, I will give everything. Just be whatever. So this leader is supposed to be corrected, and they also should take corrections in a society. Both are not happening. They themselves are not correcting, and they are not correcting the public also. So that's why our society is leading to the really suicide direction. So here you see, Prabhupada is writing in a purport, saintly devotees like a Sukadeva Goswami generally do not approach the worldly enjoyers. So most of the time, even devotees struck. Why ISKCON devotees are not very famous? They always, sincerely they do devotion, but not like some so-called spiritual people. There are many organizations now, they are very famous. And if you see in ISKCON, they are very strict followers. Every day, without any CC camera, they will wake up morning, attend Mangalarti. Even one person is there also, he will wake up and he will chant his rounds. Sincerity we can see in followers of ISKCON. But they are not very popular in the public. Sometimes they don't even know there is a ISKCON temple in Kerala. So that is the situation. But when you see in the public, people doesn't know any Shastra, nothing. Just they speak something, they will become very famous. So, yesterday also in the evening Gita course we were discussing what is the knowledge means. Knowledge means generally nowadays it's becoming information. And everybody okay with English? Andarki okay na English? Okay. So, knowledge means if you ask anybody, it's a information only they'll say. It's not like that. So Chanakya Pandita says knowledge means, shloka what is that? Matravat paradareshu paradravyeshu loshtavan. So the person who is a knowledgeable, who is called as a Pandita, he should see all the women as a mother apart from his own wife. This is called education. And Rupa Goswami, Upadesha Amrita also mentions, the person who is a Pandita, Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jihva Vegam, Udaropastha Vegam, Etan Veganyo Vishayeta Dhira, Sarvam Apimam Prithvim Shashishyat. Person who controls his senses, he can be called as a Pandita, and he can become a spiritual master for Prithvim Shashishyat. He can make entire Prithvi, earth, as his disciples. If somebody doesn't have these qualities, if he become a spiritual master, I used to hear from my spiritual master. So when he was child, his name was Raghunath. In the village, teachers will be there, right? School. They used to call him a Ragya, Ragya, a Ragya. Go and get BD, BD. Teacher is asking student to go and buy BD and cigarette. So this so if teacher engages like this, what would be the future of a student? So that's why we should be very careful, no, when these teachers whom we are sending our kids. So these are the parampara where it mentioned worldly people, especially those in the royal orders. People have a power. It's very difficult for them to become a devotees because anything is available like this. Just he can pick it up. Only he can become a devotee after getting frustrated all his so-called enjoyment. One Maharaj, I don't know from which place, is holiness, Rasayana Sagar Maharaj, somebody. He was telling in one class to boys, youth class he was taking, and then don't try to enjoy. Nothing is there in that. They said that it's not that, I'm just saying from scriptures. From my experience, I'm saying nothing is there in that. I have seen peak of material enjoyment. Nothing is there. Huh? No, one more Maharaj was telling this. So I have seen the peaks of material enjoyment. No, you cannot be happy with those. So that's why we need to draw the line somewhere where we can become a peaceful. Again the Bhagavad Gita sloka comes, Dhyayato Vishyam Pumsa Sangas Teshopajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodho Vijayate. So if we start meditating on the things, it's very, very danger for you. Because there are 70,000 thoughts comes into your mind every day. Every day. So like that, so many thoughts will be coming. If you start meditating on all those thoughts, you will become a uncontrolled kind of a animal, wild animal. You cannot be happy. You will become restless. So that's why we need to select. This is a very, very nice one. This one. Our mind will be thinking all the whatever the thoughts comes on in our mind, but intelligence has to decide whom to support. So there was a nice example Prabhu was giving last time. Mind falls on apple also. Mind falls on knife also. So if kid touches the apple, mother what mother says? Is there any objection for mother? No. If the same kid touches the knife, mother has objection. So like that, if our mind goes towards the bad thoughts, the intelligence has to control like a mother. Hey, don't go here. If our thoughts are going in a right direction, encourage and allow. Okay, chalo, move, go ahead. This is the duty of the intelligence. So when you come into the association of devotees, that influence you when you are in a very, very difficult situation. I have seen so many devotees, they shared with me, Prabhuji, I supposed to just step other side. That moment, that one moment, I just remembered all my previous association with the devotees. I don't know, some unseen force has helped me and I came back. One of our Prabhupada disciple, His Holiness Niranjan Swami Maharaj, actually I heard he didn't see Prabhupada only, even once. That's what I heard, I'm not sure. So what happened, he was there in ashram, Brahmacharya ashram, he want to continue, something like that. So he fed up. the surroundings, and he was not very happy. What is going on here? The outside is better than this. So he packed all his luggage, started walking. He has to walk through the bathroom, means next to the bathroom. You see, one thing our ISKCON devotees are very, very good, very nice. Once they wake up, they'll start their mobile or this tapes of Prabhupada. No, lecture will start. They'll carry that lecture even into the bathroom. They'll keep there, take bath and come back. Till the time they get ready and put tilak, and then only they'll switch off and go to the temple. So one devotee was doing same thing. In bathroom, Prabhupada was speaking. So this Maharaj came. I don't know what is the exact word he heard from that tape. By hearing that one word, just he stood there for a moment, immediately took U-turn and went and kept the bag and went to the temple. He shared later, that one word saved my life. So its association is very, very powerful. If you are in a right association, there is no danger at all for you. Right association means devotees. So this association makes very, very successful in our life. So for the devotee, see here, some do's and don'ts Prabhupada is saying. For the devotee who desire to go back to Godhead, two things are strictly prohibited. What are they? Worldly enjoyer and the woman. Worldly enjoyer. See what happens to this person. The worldly enjoyers, always they are restless and their desires also never ends. You see, any person, I don't know, Mataji was sharing with me, very nice. She has a good realization. She was sharing. Prabhuji, yesterday I also shared that, one Mataji. Prabhuji, we have already two houses. We have many sites and other things. As of now, we don't need any house. What happened? But now we started now constructing one more house. Why, you know? I was telling, my husband brother is constructing one house. My parents are constructing one house. My brother is constructing one house. So all the connected relatives, they are constructing one house. So we are forced to construct one house along with them. Imagine, like, you know, they never be happy. See, they'll be always keep competing with others. Competing. Oh, he has done that. No, I have to do. And the same person asked husband, why we need to construct? It's for kids. Imagine, this is now later I'll tell you, in the same sloka comes what kind of kids we are get as a kids. Who are the people, who are the souls who takes birth in our house? Then you will understand. So we are so much struggling just to keep a property for a kids. Is there any guarantee that they will become very nice and wonderful kids? So there are the four categories of kids who takes birth in your family. Who are they? First one is a Rinabandhu. Rinabandhu means whom you have already taken loan, you didn't pay. You already taken in a previous life, you taken loan and you hey, chal, like that. Then they will come as a son. Detailedly we will discuss later. And second one comes as a Shatru, whom you are considering as an enemy, because always you will be thinking about him also, right? The Shatru also takes birth in your family. And third one is Udasina. There is no difference whether he is there in your house or not there. Both are equal. He is a Udasin. This is a third kind of putra. And the fourth one is a sevaka putra. He is the only one who helps you. I will detailedly will discuss. So for these kids, when kid comes and asks, Papa, I want BMW car. Recently I went to Chandapur for taking a center. I was discussing with one person. He's so proud. Father was so proud. He said, there was one professor also, he was saying that, he was asking one kid was going there, hey, what you are doing here? Go and study. Like that. Then this person is countering to the professor. I always see people say study, study, study. My son is sitting in front of you. He never studies. He goes in an Innova car for college with a bag. Bag always will be in the Innova car only. He never brings into the home. He never brings into home. And he gets 85%. So like this should be kids. This fellow going for college, maybe plus, I think BBA something, BCom, something. For him, Innova for 25 kilometers. Imagine. So he's so proud that my son goes to college in Innova car. He's feeling that I am taking care of my son. He's not taking care of son. He's collecting his debt. Whatever he has taken in previous life. So that's why we are just illusioned that I am taking care of my kids, I am taking care of wife, I am taking care. See, that doesn't mean that you should throw them out. That doesn't mean that. But we should see a student has to live as a student. Wife has to live as a wife. Parents has to live like a parent. And we have to live like ourselves. Is it really required? Now so many people goes for EMI loan and buy the car. Why? They don't even know. And even have seen somehow, some families, after having a 10 years car, hardly 5,000 kilometers that the car has driven. Just 5,000 kilometers for 10 years. Is it really required for you? So just to show to someone or just to compete with someone, why unnecessarily wasting money and struggling for that EMIs and other things? Anyway, that's why if you associate with these kind of, I was sitting and he was so proudly, it continues his discussion, so proudly says that he said, the house which you are seeing, I came 8 years before here. I don't have a time. I have 200 houses. Where can I go? I built, I gave it to the rent, and I have one manager, he will take care of that. This is the fun. After 8 years I am coming to this place. Imagine this all are comes with a voltage. It's not like a normal words. So much puffed up. So these kind of people, if you take a kind of a association, what happens? You are forced to think like them. You are forced to think like them. Even though you don't have property or not, you have an income or not, you are forced to think. Then what happens? You'll get frustrated. So that's why you should have a balanced understanding and the differentiation between what is to be done and what not to be done. This Shastra gives you intelligence. When you understand the Shastra properly, very simple. When the person goes and challenges the Rupa Goswami, hey, come on, have a debate. Otherwise you sign and give me, you are defeated in my hand. Rupa Goswami, give me paper. Give me paper. He took the paper and signed and take, go. It's useless. If you throw stone into the mud, what happens? Mud falls on our face only. The fellow who is studied and so much scholarly person, he should also know that whom I am challenging and the way of challenging also. So that's why we need to see if person comes and speaks with us, in what mood he is coming. If it's just to get some gain or some name and fame, we should give him, chalo, you go, take it and go. We should not waste our time. So that's why this is a material, and here it comes that strictly prohibited. Who are that? Worldly enjoyers and the women. Why in scriptures mentioned like this, women association should be avoided? Any idea? ఎందుకు అలా చెప్పారు? మిస్ అవర్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్. Okay. And the society also cannot run without them. Can? We all are sons of one mother, one woman only, right? So why it is mentioned? Attachment. Okay. Who is attached? Husband is attached to wife or wife is attached to husband? Who is attached? Both are attached. Then what's wrong in them? See, women in the sense, here there are the differences. Woman naturally, wherever the woman is there, her nature to expand. If the man is there, he alone he can stay. If woman is there, some or other, some friends, some relatives, some one by one gathering happens there. Family should be there, house should be there, everything expansion. For expansion of the material world, woman is a very potential person. So that's why in this 14 planetary system, whoever want to be very so-called happy life, they expect the association of the woman. Because all the facilities are available. That's why who is in charge of this 14 planetary system? Durga. So Durga is providing all these things. But when you see the difference between understanding that the women association, just simple, woman can be in the position of mother and the same woman can be in the position of the wife. What is the difference between the wife and mother? So mother can take care of even 100 kids. Same woman. If she is in the position of mother, she can take care of hundreds of kids. If the same woman get married to one person, it's very difficult for her to please one husband. Right or wrong? Right or? I don't know. So, that's why in our Sanatana Dharma it is mentioned, woman is called as mother. Woman should be seen in the form of mother only, no other form. Then the journey towards the self-realization will be very easy. If the person sees woman as an enjoyable object, his self-realization is almost zero. He cannot travel. So that's why here mentioning those thoughts. If somebody looks at a woman as an enjoyable object, for him it's a suicide. If somebody sees a woman as a mother, the same mother can bring him to the very good position where he can become a self-realized soul. Kunti Maharani, Devaki, Yashoda, even says that who are the best devotees of the Lord? Gopis of Vrindavan. They are also women. So the difference is this. In Vrindavan, everybody was centered with Krishna. Everybody want to give satisfaction to Krishna, rather they taking the satisfaction. In a material world, what happened? The center is changed and we kept ourselves in the center. That's why we are struggling. Just to little alarm for us, don't take these people association, scriptures are mentioning. Worldly people who are the mentality in this. So that's why these are the very, very dangerous things. We should not take the association. Therefore, the devotees of the standard of Sukadeva Goswami are never interested in seeking the king, seeing the kings. Maharaj Pariksit was, of course, a different case. He was a great devotee, although a king, and therefore Sukadeva Goswami came to see him in his last stage of life. If king really, Rajarshi, they say that. Rajarshi means he is a Raja, but same time he is a Rishi. He won't take a decision like, just like a monopoly or something, a king kind of thing. He consult the Brahmanas or the Rishis to rule his kingdom. So that's why he is called as Rajarshi. If you see in the Bhagavad Gita 4th chapter, Krishna says this knowledge as, what is the first sloka? Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshyo viduhu. Rajarshyo viduhu. This knowledge has given in a parampara. Even kings followed that in Rajarshi parampara. So then only it is a complete knowledge. So here now comes the topic of kids. Of his own devotional humility, felt himself an unworthy descendant of his great Kshatriya forefather, although he was a great as his predecessors. The unworthy sons of the royal order are called Kshetra Bandhavas, as unworthy sons of Brahmanas are called Dvija Bandhus and Brahma Bandhus. It's, we need to, a little detail, we need to understand these unworthy sons. These unworthy sons always create a problem for parents. In that case, Prabhu, all the kids are crying. They are not giving any rest to the parents, right? So rarely, if some kid is not crying, they glorify him like, king of the world. Says that my son never cried, never cried. He was so helping, so nice, so happy, like that. So these kids should be very, very careful. This Rinabandhu, 4 types of kids I said, right? Rinabandhu. These Rinabandhu kids are like, you see, they are very good, very properly planned. They'll come to you and without your knowledge you will give the money to them. Either they are very intelligent, very variety, there are different ways to get the money from parents. If you glorify them, nicely spend, mama, papa, like that, they'll open up all the lockers. So whatever we want, we can take. And other categories, they'll demand and command, even they show knife and everything also. You have to give me money. But end result is, they'll be taking money from you in a soft way or forced way. You need to understand, if just to maybe assessment or a assignment. You see, if any of your kids are just collecting money from you, you should consider them as a Rinabandhu. Rinabandhu means in previous life you have taken a loan from them, you didn't pay them back. They has come in the form of kids. It should never be thought that you are serving your children. Rather, you are engaged in taking off your debt. You are paying your debt. Whatever the previous life you didn't pay, that you are paying now. In the further discussion it comes little, I'll just read from it. Loan contract means, okay, have a debt in the someone's from in the previous life, or you have some relationship with that person. We have to suffer or the debt of our previous lives in this life. We are not able to repay the debt of that person in that life. Hence, we have to repay his debt by serving him in this life. That means he is not your son. He is not your son. Who is that? But you are his debtor. You have taken a loan. He has come to collect. And it is also true that unless you repay the debt of that son or the daughter, he or she will waste your money and make you spend a lot of money, no matter what the medium, force or free or whatever it may be, till the time their loan is not paid along with interest. Huh? Yeah. That is why you should never think that you are serving your children. They will collect. So that's why this is called Rinabandhu Putra. And in that case, what should you do? Suppose if one of you have like this son, what is the solution for that? What can we do? Huh? Pay the debt. Huh? See, we can pay the debt, one thing. Another thing is we can make him a devotee. If you bring to the association of devotees, so anyway you have to give money to in his hand. After he takes, he spends for Lord if he becomes a devotee. If he is not devotee, what happens? He goes and does the sense gratification. That again problem for him also, for you also. So that's why solution for this is engage him. Give him money and glorify him. He spends nice money for the Lord's service. So very graciously. So this is the Rindabandhu Putra. This Shatru Putra, I'll read that also. A person gets an enemy son. The meaning of enemy son is, actually before discussing this, Putra, Prabhupada writes, that we'll read and then we'll come back to this. Very strongly Prabhupada says. This is a Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, chapter 1844 sloka, 9.18.44. It mentions very nicely, just I'll read. Puru, the Yayati's last son, immediately accepted his father's proposal, for although he was the youngest, there was a king named called Puru. He married to whom? What was his wife's name? Anybody remember? Okay. You remember, I'll tell that. Yayati, sorry. Yayati, who's, what's the wife name of Yayati? Devayani. Sarmishta and Devayani. So Devayani is a wife, Sarmishta? Friend, I think, something like that. So, this person Yayati, what he did, I supposed to ask Yayati, I asked the wrong question. Puru is a son. Puru is the son of Yayati. Yayati has 4 sons. That Puru also one of them. So when he became old, he want that youthful, sorry, he won't become old. So Devayani, who, father? Sukracharya, daughter is Devayani. And this Yayati got married. Later what happened? Before the marriage, he had a friendship with the Sarmishta. Somehow that goes in a different way, and somehow this Devayani comes to know my husband has some connection with this Sarmishta, and she goes and complains to father, Sukracharya. You know power of Sukracharya. Sukracharya becomes so disturbed by seeing daughter crying, and he cursed him. Because you are young, that's why you want one more girl, right? So you become a old person and impotent. So then again this Yayati fall at his feet and requested, no, I won't repeat it, but I want youth, young. Then he said, any one of your son can give you youth and take your old age too. If these days, if some father goes and asks the son, Re, beta, I became old, I want to be young, you give me your youth and take my old age. How many will be ready? No one will be ready. Your chapter is over, your syllabus is over, give the property and start walking. But in that, 3 kids I think didn't agree. One kid agreed, he is the Puru, right? Last one, Puru. Last son agreed. Okay, Papa, you take my youth. Give me old age. Such a nice kid. That way, about the Puru, later, huge history comes. Very nice. Because he followed his father order. So, of course, that is a background story. The Putra means like a Puru who comes in the service mood, that will come for the Lord. So here, therefore, I am a first class. Then it comes here, Prabhupada writes, where that? One Indian poet has spoken of Putra and Mutra. Prabhupada is mentioning, one of our Indian poet has mentioned, who is the Putra, what is Mutra. Mutra means, you write, we pass the water. Says that Putra means the sun and Mutra means urine. Both sun and urine comes from the same genitals. We need to understand very seriously this one. Prabhupada is not joking here. Putra and Mutra both comes in the same place. If both a sun and urine comes from the same place, if the son is obedient devotee of the Lord, he is called Putra, real son. Otherwise, if he is not learned and he is not a devotee, the son is nothing better than urine. Means it's a waste of, just we pass the water, it goes in vain. Similarly, if the son is not qualified, if he doesn't know what to do, what not to do, he is not better than urine, it's mentioned. Because either he will be Rinagrasta Putra or the Shetru Putra or Udasina Putra, what is the use of them? They will be creating a problem after problem after problem. So that's why they say that it's as good as urine. If your son becomes a devotee, then it mentioned, there's a sloka comes here. Putra means what? The Punnami Naraka. There is a Naraka in the hellish planet. The Putra can deliver you from that. If he become a qualified devotee of the Lord, if he studies the scriptures, if he leads his life in a proper way. So otherwise, we will be, we cannot get any help from him. So this is called Putra. Putra. Not in the sloka, I will read once. You can also see that. Punnamaha narakad yasmad trayate pitaram sutaha tasmat putra iti prokshaha swayam eva swayam bhuva. This is represented by the alphabet Pu, the and trayate, tra, combined together Putra. Putra's duty is to save the father from the hellish condition of life. Therefore, there is a Shraddha ceremony. So here is the Putra, real Putra, Prahlad Maharaj, that he saved his father from the hellish condition of life. Even now, Hiranyakashipu was so bad person, so this one, after Narasimhadev comes and kills him, Prahlad Maharaj had one request to Narasimhadev, my lord, my father did so much of bad things, but please deliver him from this material world. He requests. Just because of the good conduct of the Prahlad Maharaj, even Hiranyakashipu, like that, demon could get a liberation. So that's why we should not too much focus on Chaitanya Narayana schools. We should focus on what? Scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Okay, for surviving in this material world, they need to be educated in the material education. But at the same time, if they are not learned in the scriptures, if they don't know how to lead the life, just we are making a son into the Rinabandhu, Rina, whatever the varieties. Rinabandhu, Shetru Putra, Udasina Putra. Okay. Shetru Putra. Who becomes your son? Your previous life, your enemy also becomes your son. See, it's mentioned here. He has come into your life in the form of as a son to take revenge. Revenge. The pace of karma never stops. He has some repressed desire or the revenge which he could not take in that birth. That is why he has come in the form of a son and will definitely succeed in his goal. He will take revenge on you. Definitely, that's writing here. Succeed, he will definitely get success because that purpose only he had come. That is, that son will take revenge from you no matter what the medium is. Again, medium may be different, but he will take revenge from you. That is why if your son is not listening to you or acting against to your conduct, then understand he is taking advantage of you. So, what is that? If your son is not listening to you or going against your conduct, then think he is cheating you. So, most of the cases now you see, no kid will hear parents. Some portion of Shatrutva also there in that. Okay? So, that's why these people also comes as a kids. And third one, Udasina. Udasina means father will be like, high tempered and so much, ambitious. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. He is, day and night he is struggling. Son is looking at him. What this guy is doing? And now he tried to motivate. Generally parents try to motivate kids. I have seen many times. So they want to see their son like themselves. They motivate, and this Udasina Putra will be silent, Aram. Okay, whatever lecture you want to give. And one kid said that, Papa, why you want to speak every time? Better you record it and play every day. Unnecessarily you are wasting energy. So this is the way things are going now. Udasina, he is completely detached from his father and father instruction. So that is why when Prabhupada went to US, there was the people who are from the very wealthy family. They are just coming out and taking the drugs, LED, whatever the drugs and everything. Just they are happy with that. They don't want to take any responsibility of their parents. They don't want to take any business of their parents. We don't want anything. Just we want to be happy. Those kind of uncontrolled mindsets, Prabhupada trained them and made them devotees. There was one hippie. He was lying on the road. His duty always take drugs, drink, whatever available, eat and lie down on the road. But there was a small center, Prabhupada center. If you see in Abhay Charan serial movie, means ISKCON, there you will see this. This person, he want to serve Prabhupada little, whatever possible. You know what he used to do? And Prabhupada, that center, there is a bathroom in that, toilet paper, tissue paper and toilet paper. Somehow he gathers some money, buy that. Like this class will be going, Prabhupada will be giving class. He opens the door, Swamiji, he says, I just bought these papers for you. Prabhupada says, yes, please. He goes and fixes in the bathroom and again he walks out. Imagine if he is not a spiritual person, if he is not a spiritually empowered person, it is impossible to make these people to understand that we should serve this personality. We cannot change them. Only Prabhupada can change them. So that's why even a person who is not in the at least material consciousness is completely into the illusion life. He could come back. And no, in their culture also, they nowhere has taught this. We should respect elderly people. In their culture, there is no. You see in a company, he may be 60 years old or 20 years old. What they will call? Name. That is their culture. In that culture also, this person who is completely outcasted from the even material things, he is coming and serving Prabhupada. This is called spiritual potency. If somebody has really empowered with a spiritual potency, he can bring a revolution in anybody's heart. So like that. Okay, this Udasina Putra. An indifferent son means the showing you cannot have any expectation from such son. Don't expect anything, he will be in his own world. All your expectations will be dashed and they do not cause you any harm. Such a son neither give you happiness nor sorrow. And such son stays with you until he stands on his own feet. he has his own plans. Once he ready, after that, he doesn't even ask you, where is my father? That is why having indifferent son is not is there the same. Whether that person is there in your house or not there, there is no difference. Then finally comes who is the Suputra. We'll see. Servant son. This servant son, this son is considered the best among all types of sons. Meaning of the servant son is a son whom you have served selflessly in your previous birth, and you are getting the result of that in this birth. You have served him in previous birth. Now he has come to pay his loan. He is paying you loan. Previous sons you paid the loan. He is paying you loan. And okay, where I stopped. Selflessly and the previous on this. And it literally means that you are getting a good results of your past good deeds. Whatever you have shown, you are getting in this birth. And such son is not your debt, but he has come to repay his debt. So this is the 4 kinds of son. If you get somehow these kind of son, servant son, you can tell him also, you become a devotee, he will hear. My father is saying, I should hear. So that's why, no matter whichever son, maybe by this time you might have bifurcated in your mind. Okay, my son has these points and my son has, my daughter has this like that. Don't act on that. Even though if you feel that they are Renabandhu or Udasina, and go back and tell Prabhu said, no, you are this Udasina. Huh? It is not right. It's information for you. You have to act accordingly. If you realize that your son is Udasina or a servant son or a Renabandhu or a Shettu Putra, you have to engage in such a way that you should not increase that. It's a serve the Lord. So there is no solution directly dealing. If you deal directly, you won't get any solution. Okay. Prabhu, till what time I have to? Done? So this is, and I want to share one small story of regarding the woman we were discussing, right? There is a woman named called Shabari. How many of you know? Everybody. South India people know 2 Shabaris. Okay. Anyway, this Shabari, who is the devotee of the Lord Ramachandra. See, this girl, maybe around 11-12 years age, she was in a tribal area. Her father arranged a marriage. After arranging marriage, she saw everybody was beautifying home and other things and the root, because he was a king. He was a tribal king, beautifying everywhere. And she saw another side. There was a huge number of animals. They were also decorated like this, garland, everything. And she was very inquisitively asked, Father, I can understand all these roots and other things are decorated just because of my marriage. And even animals are decorated. He said, yes, animals are decorated, but the intention to kill them. Because your marriage, on the event of your marriage, we want to cut all of them and serve the people. Then she felt very bad. Because of one marriage, so many animals are getting killed. Why should I get married? Early morning, she ran away from the home. If I won't get married, all these animals will save. So she ran away, walking. She approached so many yogis and asking, please give me shelter. Since she was a low-born lady, tribal lady, nobody was giving shelter. Finally, she comes to Rishimukha Parvat. At the foot of Rishimukha Parvat, she met one sage named, whom she met? Matanga Rishi. So she met the Matanga Rishi, and Matanga Rishi accepted her as a disciple. And she was taking care and serving Just 11, 12 years girl. Serving. After some time, Matanga Rishi became old and he about to leave life. All his ashram sadhus also he is taking with him to Bhagavad Dham. So then this Shabari, this girl, bowed down at the feet of Guru and said, "My dear Guru Maharaj, you are leaving now. Please take me also. I cannot stay here. Please take me also. I will also come with you." Then Matanga Rishi says, "You are such a selflessly served me. I want to give you a boon that definitely you will get a darshan of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ramachandra. You be in my ashram, continue service. One day Lord Ramachandra will come." Just because Guru said, she started continuing service. Every day, as if today Lord Ramachandra is coming, she decorates all the pathway. And surrounding yogis used to think this woman became a mad. But this lady had a complete faith on Guru's instruction, Guru's words. Rama will come. So she was doing, and one day finally, Lord Ramachandra along with Lakshmana comes. She is so happy, and immediately started picking one bowl. She made she has taken a leaves of the tree, made into the bowls, properly stitched with the hand. Now we eating plates will come, right? Leaves. She stitched it properly. In that, bare fruits. That fruits was there. Everything Lord Ramachandra was observing. She brought very selected fruits, tasted fruits, and started feeding Lord Ramachandra. And Lakshmana objected. How can you feed this jhuta phal? Already somebody eaten, and this phal how can you feed, Lord? Lord Ramachandra said, keep quiet. This dealings between both of us. And he ate those fruits and said, till now I never ever ate these kind of tasteful fruits in my life. Really amazing. In fact, he gives some fruits to Lakshmana also, you also have. Then you can realize how tasteful it is. And you are seeing that the bowls. Every small service, Lord was very keenly observing how she decorated the pathway. From many years, she is almost old. When Lord Ramachandra comes in front of her, she could not even lift her head. She became like this. Means bend. Straight person, if she became like this. She is not able to lift her head. Lord sits in such an angle, she can look at him. Lord provides all these facilities. You cannot lift head, no? I will sit in such a height so that you can aram se see me. So then, by seeing this each one of her love behind the services, he blessed, since you made these bowls like this, right? Let this tree will give the leaves in the form of bowls only. Those leaves became a bowls, natural bowls, just because of Shabari's service. Like that, I want to give you more. Without asking Shabari, everything Lord Rama was sanctioning all these things. Let these leaves become a bowls, so that no more tension. Just plug the leaf in the form of a bowl and fill it. Then Lord Ramachandra asked, what do you want? I want to give you something. My Lord, you know what I want. Then Lord Ramachandra said, now you did all your service completed. Now you are eligible to go back to your spiritual master. She felt so happy, so happy. In front of her, there is a Lord Ramachandra. By hearing this one word, you can go back to your spiritual master. So happy, more than seeing Lord himself. No, there is a Lord in front of. She felt, thank you so much. And in fact, no, Shabari takes a tour of all ashram and shows that Yajna Kunda, where Matanga Rishi was doing it. Even after many, many years, the fire was continuing there. So like this, woman nature to surrender. If woman is trained in a Sanatana Dharma, nature becomes surrender. Their going back to Godhead also becomes very, very easy. Men may need to struggle to go back to Godhead. Woman is very simple to go back to Godhead. Just to surrender to spiritual master, surrender to husband. You see many places, Dhruva Maharaj. When Dhruva Maharaj did so much tapasya, at the age of very small, 4 or 5 years old, he left the food, he left the fruits, he left the water, he left the he controlled the breath also to take the darshan of Lord. Everything over, and Lord came, chalo, Dhruva, will go. Means Lord, the discussion after that when he ruled all the kingdom, chalo, will go. Dhruva was looking back. They asked, no, Vishnu Dutas, whom are you looking? Actually, my mother. My mother is my guru, first guru. She only told me, you go to the forest and pray to the Lord. Then they said, for your information, your mother flight is ahead of you. నీకంటే ముందుగా మీ అమ్మ ఫ్లైట్ వెళ్తా ఉంది. What she did? Just she gave one instruction to son that become a devotee of Lord Krishna. Just by one instruction. So that's why women going back to Godhead is very easy, provided surrender to spiritual master. So like in Matanga Rishi, how Shabari surrendered to the Matanga Rishi? Krishna, Lord Ramachandra himself came. Even Lord Ramachandra didn't give darshan to Matanga Rishi, but she got darshan. That's why in a Sanatana Dharma, woman picture is different. In the material world now, present which is so-called what we are following is woman picture is completely different. If somebody follows this Sanatana Dharma principle and properly, very easily they can go back to Godhead. So that's why whatever and they can be a glory of your family. So in olden days also, they used to cultivate the daughter in such a way that with all good qualities, tolerance, sharing things with others, cooperating with others, bringing all together one place. That's why in a marriage, selecting a girl, they see lot of things. 7 generations they say. 7 generations. Now it's different. Only internet is enough. So that's why we are living like this. So these all things are Sanatana Dharma teaches us. And the association also important. If you take a proper association, you will be successful. One small story I'll tell and stop 2 minutes. There was a group of hens. I heard this story when my initial days of Krishna consciousness in Tirupati. And what happened? There was an eagle was passing on the path. This hen stacked her all eggs in one place and then some grass. Eagle was flying on it. Somehow eagle also dropped one egg. Fall into the same place where hen's eggs also there. Well, after some time, of course, hen started giving heat for it, so that the chick will come out. So done all, including eagle egg also came out. They were all together like a brothers. They are walking aram se. Initially was same. Eagle sibling and hen sibling both are look same. After some time this eagle started blooming. Little. And these ends are like, small only. But they are in the same mindset. They are my brothers, I am their brother, like that. They are walking, this eagle also walking normally along with a hen. Then one sadhu was walking on the path. I saw, Hare, what is this? Something, against to the vidhi. They supposed to be eatable each other. Means eagle supposed to eat hen. He comes and try to give the gyan. Whom? Eagle. Arey Baba, you are not hen. You are eagle. Who said? I am from birth, I am here only. She is my mother and she is my father and they are my brothers. He tried to give gyan and he was not hearing. Finally he hold the eagle. No, I'll let you know. You are eagle, I'll prove that. He threw into the air. This eagle never tried to fly. He fall into the ground, almost broke wings and said, Arey Baba, why you came to kill me or what? I am happily living here. I am happy, very happy with my all Sikh friends. Then he took, he hold the head and showed, you see that bird, the above bird which is flying on the sky, and look at your body. And he forced so much, try, you can fly. So much training, after so much training, started flying. Then he said, thank you so much, I am different from them. So this is called association. Even if you are associated with the inimical people and the bad people, you will also become bad. This Narakasura, whose son? Mother? Satyabhama. He became such a demon. Why? He associated with the demon name called Banasura. So no matter whose parent, who are your parents, if you associate with the bad people, you will become bad. If you associate with the good people, see, Narakasura fought with Krishna himself. Krishna and mother, Satyabhama. And finally Satyabhama only killed him. So this the way, means association is so powerful, you may go against your parents. Okay, with this I'll stop. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.